Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on, where you are in this world. God bless you. This is Gloria White, coming to you from Utah, USA. Today I'm going to read from the book of Ecclesiasticus, and this is in chapter 8, starting in verse 1, and it goes to, let's see, it's not that big, but it's very powerful, to verse 7. But it's a very powerful message for us to think about and consider in the times that we are in. I heard something today that the Capitol Police were put into power by the legislature, and that in this last funding they bumped up their budget a lot, so much that now they can actually put offices, they're going to put 2 offices in. Let's see. One is, I think, in Tampa. It's in Florida. And the other one is in San Francisco in California. But their plans are to spread out through the nation. Now, the thing about these police, these Capitol Police, is that there is no freedom of information, that you can request any information on anything that they're doing. They're being equipped with military-grade equipment. And they're not going to disclose to us what all that intelligence material equipment will be used for. But their purpose will be to watch out for any radical kind of activity that may threaten the Congress people. So, say their representatives from Washington, our representatives actually in Washington, so that it makes them safer. But I think it's kind of weird that at the same time that they're bumping up their security police that just takes care of the Congress, that the same Congress that approved this is shouting, defund the police for the American people. Does that make any sense to you whatsoever? My brain is like going, whoa, whoa. What exactly is going on here? And these police have no public guidelines. So we don't know if they can just arrest private citizens on suspicion of some kind of activity, but then they don't have to disclose that information to us as to why someone is detained or interviewed or investigated or arrested. We will not be entitled to any of that information on the activities of the Capitol Police that have been legislated into power with no public transparency. The last 2 people in power to oversee these, the top 2 people, would be the majority leader in the Senate and the majority leader in the House of Representatives. So that would be, at this point, Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi would be in charge of the Capitol Police. So I want you to listen carefully to this verse here and think on it. Prudence and common sense. Do not try conclusions with anyone influential, in case you later fall into his clutches. Do not quarrel with anyone rich, in case he puts his weight against you. For gold has destroyed many, and has swayed the hearts of kings. Do not argue with anyone argumentative. Do not pile wood on that fire. Do not joke with anyone uncouth, for fear of hearing your ancestors insulted. Do not revile a repentant sinner. Remember that we are all guilty. Do not despise anyone in old age. After all, some of us too are growing old. Do not gloat over anyone's death. Remember that we all have to die. So I want you to think on that, and whatever your thoughts are, you know, maybe it's something you want to talk over with your family. Times are changing. We know we're in the end days. We know that the birth pains have begun. We know that birth pains increase in intensity and come closer and closer together. So just keep that in mind. And also, just remember that he's still on the throne and his will is being done in earth as it is in his heaven. And as always, I love you.